Hello everyone! Beauty standards have changed many times throughout the course of human history. For example, there were times when the total absence of eyebrows or huge wigs were key to being cool. It's hard to imagine something like that in modern times. However, in some modern cultures, unusual concepts of beauty still exist. In today's video, you will learn about the most unusual beauty standards from around the world. Let's check them out! Ta moko. You won't surprise anyone with the tattoo these days, at least not with the ones you can get in tattoo parlors. Whoa. But ta moko is something else. It is the permanent marking on the face and body as traditionally practiced by Maori, the indigenous people of New Zealand. James Cook described the tradition of ta moko in 1769 and was fascinated by it, and we can understand why. The Maori body drawings have been, and still are, impressive. Traditionally, women get tattoos on their lips, chin, and around the nostrils, while men had tattoos all over their face. Initially, tools similar to chisels made from albatross bones were used to create ta moko. The skin was cut to introduce a pigment made of soot and other natural ingredients. Needless to say, after the process, the person's face would swell up. So the Maori invented special funnels to feed people after getting ta moko. You shouldn't starve just because you want to be beautiful, right? In the late 19th century, they started using modern needles, which greatly reduced the danger to health. But soon the ta moko culture was almost lost. It was not until the 90s that ta moko culture was reborn. Today, modern tattoo machines are used to make face tattoos. But some Maori still use ancient tools. Talk about true dedication. Neck rings. The Kayon people live in Myanmar and Thailand. Like any other ethnic group, the Kayon have something that makes them special, a unique practice that you won't find anywhere else in the world: rings to stretch the neck. Local women are known to wear brass rings around their necks. This unusual accessory increases the length of the neck, and it's not an optical illusion. Girls start wearing rings at the age of 5. Over the years, the coil is replaced by a longer one. The weight of the brass pushes down the collarbone and compresses the rib cage. The neck itself does not increase in length, but the compression of the bones creates this appearance. This is a very old tradition, almost impossible to trace back. Some scientists believe that neck rings give a woman the resemblance to a dragon, an important figure in Kayon folklore. Despite popular belief, if a woman takes her rings off, she doesn't die. Her neck muscles weaken after many years, but even if she wears the rings for 40 years, she can get back to normal in a couple of days. And this has even been documented. Today, many Kayon women refuse to wear neck rings because they have a negative impact on their lives. However, in remote villages, you can still find women with long necks and tourists eager to take pictures with them. Teeth sharpening. In general, modern dentistry is similar in all countries. People get their teeth fixed and filled, remove things that can no longer be fixed, and so on. But there are more surprising dental operations, such as teeth sharpening. Many cultures have practiced this form of body modification. In Bali, in a ritual known as potong gigi, the canines are specially filed. This severs ties with your animal instincts and emphasizes that you are ready to become an adult. In Mayan culture, by contrast, members of the high society would sharpen and sometimes carve patterns into their teeth to make them stand out. In other cultures, people sharpen their teeth to imitate predators, like sharks. The most famous example is Oda Benga, who lived in the late 19th and early 20th century. By the way, tooth sharpening is still practiced today in some African tribes. Of course, it's not easy to understand this ritual, but in the end, everyone has their own ideas regarding beauty. Skin whitening. While in some countries people are constantly warned about the increasing risk of developing skin cancer if they spend too much time sunbathing, in Asian countries, skin whitening products are very popular. Before humankind invented special creams and lasers, people carefully protected their skin by wearing special clothing and various items, such as hats and umbrellas. Why did they do this? To look better. Actually, it's quite easy to explain this beauty trend. In the United States, for example, a tan usually means that you have enough money to go on vacation and visit some warm and sunny place. In Asian countries, it's the other way way around. For a long time, being tanned was associated with working hard in the fields, and the aristocrats stood out because of their white skin since they did not leave their palaces unless it was necessary. Although the days of the aristocracy are long gone, tanned skin still reminds Asians of peasants and manual labor. In addition, it is believed that their appreciation of fair skin has to do with aging. In some Eastern cultures, the main sign of aging is not wrinkles, but pigmentation, the appearance of darker areas of skin. So the more tanned a person is, the older they look. And many people think that being young means being beautiful. Tiny feet.
Oh, wow.
Cool your pits. They're growing back.
When it comes to unusual beauty and traditions from different countries, many people think of the Chinese practice of foot binding. This is an ancient tradition, which emerged in China in the 10th century and was practiced until the 20th century. Even today, researchers are still debating about the origin of the tradition, and there are several different theories. The most popular one is the story of Emperor Li Yu, who asked his concubine Yao Niang to bind her feet with white silk. The ruler wanted her feet to look like a crescent moon or lotus when Yao Niang danced on the points of her feet. Yes, the emperor's tastes were quite unconventional. Court ladies began to imitate Yao Niang, and then the practice of foot binding spread among upper-class women. Needless to say, such modifications severely deformed the feet, and many Chinese women could not move normally without special lotus shoes. And how can you walk normally when your feet look like those of a doll? However, women with bound feet worked in the fields, danced, and even performed in the circus. It's a mystery how they managed to do it because the deformation of the foot was very painful. Fortunately, after centuries of tradition, foot binding was banned. This happened in 1912, but the practice disappeared completely only in the 1950s. In 1999, the last lotus shoes factory was closed. Artificial teeth. For several years now, a trend known as yaba, which consists of having pointy teeth, has become very popular in Japan. We're not joking. While in other countries people spend a lot of money on braces and other dental tortures, the Japanese literally go crazy over weird protruding teeth. You know, when there seem to be too many teeth in the mouth and not all of them fit in the jaw. This dates back to 2011, when many teenagers wanted to look like the actress and singer Tomomo Itano. And although Itano has long since had their double tooth removed, the yaiba style still has many fans. In their opinion, a crooked smile makes you look much younger. Some people think yaiba is popular because of Japan's ability to see beauty even in imperfect shapes. But what about artificial teeth? We're not talking about false teeth to replace missing ones, but artificial teeth. Dental clinics in Japan offer this service and provide you with an extra tooth made just for you. It can be designed for permanent use, that is, securely fixed, or it can be removable. You can take it off to sleep or eat. This cap, which can be removed at any time, costs Japanese girls $270. Mehndi. The classic Indian body art is called Mehndi and has become famous all over the world. Moreover, this art is constantly practiced by Indian women and girls. Mostly they used henna to create drawings on their hands and feet. This tradition is very popular for weddings. It is believed that the complex patterns must be drawn by a person in a happy marriage. In that way, the same fate awaits the new family. It takes a long time to create a Mehndi because the thick layer of henna needs time to dry. It's also believed that the darker and more intense the color, the better the future of the couple will be. Also, the drawings themselves are beautiful and fascinating, but there are also some problems. Even though henna itself does not cause allergies, many manufacturers add extra colorants. This can lead to dermatitis, rashes, swelling of the skin, and cause many other unpleasant effects. But that doesn't stop Indian women who are willing to do anything to shine at their weddings. Lip plates. Piercings are traditional in many cultures, as well as other unusual body modifications, but lip plates are perhaps the most unusual ornament on the planet. Large discs of clay or wood are inserted into a hole made in the lip, stretching it out. This technique is similar to that of ear tunnels, but instead of the earlobe, it's done in the lip. This type of adornment is common in African tribes. In some places, lip plates are usually accompanied by the removal of the 2 lower front teeth, or sometimes even 4. In some cultures, they wear plates on the upper lip as well. Many sources suggest that the size of the ornament depends on the person's position in the tribe. However, due to the natural properties of the skin, the diameter of the plate may well indicate only the period of time it has been used, or the person's patience. The largest lip plate was recorded in Ethiopia. It was 59.5 centimeters in circumference and 19.5 centimeters wide. Generally, lip discs are also associated with the stage of maturation and transition to the adult world. Young women start using them from the age of 13. In many tribes, this was mandatory, but today, many women can choose whether or not to follow the tradition. By the way, according to archaeologists, lip plates were independently invented at least 6 times in different regions, including Ethiopia, Sudan, and Ecuador. The first example dates back to 8700 BC.